Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Titans are #1 in pass TDs, and they go up against that Jaguars defense that will try to keep them out of the end zone.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Kwiatkowski not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds Corey Davis. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Now let's go. Gun.
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
Easy. Set. 180.
Check.
Monday.
Crunch.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
Yes.
The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they bring.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start
Now let's
tomorrow.
go.
We still got some
Check.
time.
Patriot.
And they plan
Patriot.
on putting it together, formulating a streak that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into
here we go.
space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Three down.
In motion goes the tight end.
He's coming. We got double up.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
Motion.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Gun.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Now let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Going the other way.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how the defense rallies when there's a fumble return? Bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Two tights.
Set.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Trip. You got trips. You got 3.
Set.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Here we go now.
They're going to look to throw.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Let's go.
3-19.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon.
Here they come.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. 23 yards on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He's going to fire one deep, middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack, because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that, because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Set! Jack 16! Guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Alert! No! Off! Set! 180!
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Fournette, a first down, still going. And he's brought down. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Tight right. Let's go now.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tight end right. Left.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Completes it to Lee. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Myers able to knock it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal. Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. So far, they've started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. He finds an opening past the 40, the 40, 30, 10, touchdown Titans. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play as an athlete going a long way.
How about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
Defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Again, it's Fournette. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Easy. Go, bounce. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. Like five. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
White 80.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
No space. Left.
We got three. We got three.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's got some space here. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Fournette fighting through. A big third down play there for the Jags. 46 yards. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Tight left. Alert.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Here we go.
52's the mark. 52.
Here we go. Blue 30. I got it.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to run forward with Fournette. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Heat these two. Here we go. Double bump.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Tennessee after this. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal.
Right. He's tight right here. Here we go.
Big. Focus. These two.
3 down.
Jack 16.
Check 43.
Heat these two. Focus.
Undercrush.
Now it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Myers able to knock it through, and that's going to tie things at 20. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Right. Here we go now. Good. Detroit. Shit.
Slot man moves right.
Hey, watch it. Over.
I got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
You're trash.
Set. Green, 30.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up.
For a second there, I thought that might break big.
Now let's go,
Screen
Leopard.
pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Single.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. Roethlisberger will throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Now Ben on third and long. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And it kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Hey, we got right. We got right. Let's go!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
Do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hurry up, let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go. Black 20. Heat these two.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. He's checking.
These two.
Crash.
Set. Blue 30.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Check hot route. Hot.
Ready?
Mike
Jack
5-4,
16.
Mike 5-4.
Here we go.
Mike
Black 80.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay that they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
That's where you belong.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Watch tight end. 4 down.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Set. Blue 30. 50.
Hey. We got 3.
Focus,
3 down.
focus.
3 down.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Strong right.
All right, here we go. Jack 16. 2. Black 5.
3 down.
4 down. A handoff to Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Run. 3 down. Man left.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Right. Here we go. Easy, easy. Hey, four down.
Tighten up. Tighten up.
Check four.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On third and goal, Roethlisberger. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
Let's go. Come on,
And they will take a 7-point lead now. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second
half? Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Now let's go. Back that up, Chili. Here we go.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff here to his running back. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Here we go.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On now is the Titans punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Me.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
Tight left. Set. Blue 30. Left. You got 4.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Two tights.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Hurry up, here we go.
Three down.
Leopard.
Slam.
Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Hurry up, here we go. Gun.
Three
All right,
down.
now, look at 56. Over. Leopard.
You got tight.
Over.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Double tight. Four down.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. Give
to Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a young... Pick up there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that. It's
cold-blooded. Here's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing. Leopard.
You gonna get this, boy?
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
You think you gonna get this?
Watch him now, Barney.
Kill.
No. Check. Patriots.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Watch him now,
Well,
Barney.
that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Leopard. Over.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Uncorks one for Davis. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Tight end's right.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
We got 3.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now. Detroit! Detroit!
Check.
Over!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. There he goes left side. He's at the 30. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. 1st down and goal, the offense knocking on the door.
Mike's 54.
Blue 30.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Jamie Collins coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
All right, here we go. Blue, landing.
Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Let's go.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. It got his man complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they still stop the yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Leopard. Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Strong right.
Here we go now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Odd. 5 down. Stand up there.
Look, Bar.
Right there, 54, right there.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jags, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.